welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to review the Bambino coloring crayons. These coloring crayons have become very popular in the adult coloring community. So I decided why not go ahead and review them here on my channel. First, remember if you like this kind of video to give it a thumbs up so that I know what kind of videos to bring you guys in the near future. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Subscribing really helps in supporting my channel and gives me the ability to get my videos in front of as many adult coloring YouTubers as possible. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload new adult coloring videos. In the description box is where you can find a link to my Facebook group if you would like to join us over there, where we do color alongs, live coloring chats, and coloring giveaways. In the description box, you can also find a link to my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter if you want to follow me on one of those. Now let's have some fun and get into this video. So these crayons I think was first based in the UK, and now they are available here in the US. I first noticed them when watching Johanna use them in her coloring books a while back. From there I started hearing more and more about them. Honestly, I was very hesitant at first because they look like kid crayons. Then I actually researched them and found out a little more about them, which actually changed my mind and my first impression of them. These crayons are made of clay and are supposed to go down much smoother than wax crayons. They are supposed to be blendable and have a very vibrant finish just like pencils. I purchased them on Amazon for $12 for a 24 pack. So not a bad price. I haven't colored with them yet, so this will be my first time using them here on camera with you guys. I'm going to color the elephant page in the World of Wonders with these Bambino crayons and see how well they perform and if they hold up to all the hype. So let's take a look at the crayons first. So this is what they came in, like a little box. It's 24 of them. They're supposed to be a metallic and a gold inside of here. Two metallics, one's a gold and one's a silver. Like I said, to me they look like kid crayons, so at first I was a little standoffish about them. But I'm going to open them up so you can see how they look. But first I'm going to read the back so I can give you a little bit of background about them. It says, at Bambino, we are passionate about colors. That's why our crayons have the pigment first mixed with clay to give it a much smoother and more vibrant finish. It makes them easy to glide on paper and blend with other shades. We hope you will enjoy using them as much as we do. So this is a company based in the UK, I think. I'm trying to get them open. So this slides out, I think. So if you just hold it on the sides and slide it out, it's a little hard to come out. It's inside this little curtain. And so this is how it looks, and this is the little curtain it's in. So I was thinking when I was looking at these, what can I color with these? Because they're so thick and they're fatter than pencils. I picked a bigger picture, and that's why I picked the elephant page, because it has balloons on the page that the page is a little bit bigger. But I was reading on the website because I was curious, how do you sharpen these? Can I actually sharpen these in my Dell 133 without messing up my Dell 133? The wax isn't going to get stuck, because you know, like if it was regular crayons, you wouldn't be able to sharpen regular crayons inside your Dell 133. And for all those who don't know what the Dell 133 is, I've done a review on it, and I will link that video in this video for you guys who want to go back and look at that video about everything about the Dell 133. But it says on their website that yes, you can use an electric pencil sharpener, and you can use a handheld one. You can use any type of pencil sharpener. So I haven't sharpened these yet, but I am dying to know. So I think I might just sharpen one just to see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and try to sharpen one now for you guys here. Hopefully this does not mess up my pencil sharpener, because I will be very upset if I have to buy a new pencil sharpener. But it said that you can sharpen it. It's not like wax crayons. So let me get my pencil sharpener out, and that'll be our first test with these. So I have my pencil sharpener here, and it's my Dell 133. And I'm just going to take one of the colors, which is the green one. And this is how they come. They're already pre-sharpened. But I'm going to sharpen it a little bit more and see if I can get a better lead. Or if not, if my Dell 133 will even sharpen it. Wait, you know what? Now that I didn't think about this, but this pencil is too fat to even fit in this hole. So it cannot be sharpened by a Dell 133. It's not going to even fit, and it's probably not long enough either. You have to be at least this long to get to the Dell 133, but it won't even fit in between there. So I'm not going to force that. I'm going to get my one of my other pencil sharpeners out, which is just a small pencil sharpener, and see if that'll work for it. So let me get that out. So I have my green here, and I actually got 3 pencil sharpeners just to see which one would work. This is an electric pencil sharpener by Zimmel. I'm not sure. I think that's the name of it. But this one's electric. It's also can be, I think it can be non-electric too. But I can't remember. I haven't used it in so long. But it has 3 different points that it can go to. And no, it can't be handheld. This one's just all electric. So, my husband put a sticker on it. We'll try this one out, and then we'll also try one of these, which this one is doesn't have a name on it because I've had it for so long, but I got it off Amazon, and I think the name rubbed off of it. But it has a 3-slot too, so you can open it from the bottom. And I just made a mess. Great. And I emptied it out, but I guess I didn't empty out that side. It has 3 different lengths of pencil you can get, and there's the holes right there. So now my hand's all messy. So let me clean this up. The next one I have is a Faber-Castell pencil sharpener. And I bought this one off Amazon. It opens up this way, both ways. And you have one for a really big, that's why I got this one out, big pencil. So you have 3 different ones. So let's try the electric one first, and let's see if that works. I'm a little concerned about the paper on it, but they said you should be able to sharpen it. And yeah, I mean, it sharpens. I don't want to sharpen it too much because I don't want to waste the pencil. But it sharpens, and that's how it sharpens. And it also took the paper off, if you can see that. So I'm sure these will sharpen it also, because these are handheld. But it doesn't feel like wax, so it actually feels like a pencil. So that's the difference with this, is that it doesn't feel like wax. So you can get a pointier end if you want with these. See how I just made the end pointier? See, you can get a really pointy end with these. So yes, you can sharpen it with an electric sharpener, which I tried. You can't sharpen it with the Dell 133, but you can sharpen it with any other sharpeners. They also sell sharpeners for them on their website, but if you have a regular sharpener at home, any sharpener will do. So I'll put those away. So that test worked out fine. So now we know that we can sharpen them with no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the book so we can start coloring in the book. So I have the book out, and like I said, the reason why I chose this page is because I thought that this, let me pull the camera back some so you can see the whole page, is that these balloons were big enough for these crayons to go inside of. So I don't think I'm going to do the whole page. I'm just going to do a few balloons and see how well these crayons blend and how will it look on paper and how will they layer, and we'll be looking for and how vibrant they are. So we'll be looking for those few things compared to pencils or compared to regular crayons. I've tried blending with regular crayons and I just can't do it. It's so frustrating to even do it. But I'm going to go ahead and start with this balloon here. And I'm just going to get a color out. And I think what I'm going to do is an orange color. So I'm going to put these up here so you guys won't see them. But I'm going to zoom in just a little more so you can see. And I'm going to be doing this one here. And I'm going to use a lighter orange color. And I'm just going to put some of this lighter orange in the middle. Of this balloon. And it comes out very light, but it's pretty. It's just hard to stay in the lines with these crayons. Maybe I should sharpen this one too so that I can stay in the lines better. So I'm not going to take this all the way to the edge. I'm just going to do the center of the balloon. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and sharpen this one so that I can get a point and able to get into those lines. Okay, I got a better point than what I had. So hopefully that helps me stay in the lines a little more. That's the only thing that I was really concerned about with this, is staying in the lines. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stay in the lines, but I'm also going to do the middle of here because I just want the orange to kind of be in the center of the balloon. And then I'm going to do down here. And I need to turn my pencil because I'm losing my point. So they're not soft at all like crayons, like you're thinking like crayons. They're more like pencils. So I'm going to do a little bit further down into this line just so I can blend in another darker orange probably. And I'm trying to see how much I can actually layer on top of this. And I'm getting quite a good layer on it so far. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get many more layers. And so I'm going to go a little light right here so I can blend that in. And now I'm going to take the darker orange color and I'm going to sharpen this just so I can get a point. Now I have a point. So I'm going to start over here. And this is like a reddish orange color. And I'm just going to blend this in to the other orange. And see how well that blends in. It's blending in, but I'm not really getting a layer on top of the other color. So my corners is kind of going to be this color. I notice you have to turn it a lot to try to keep that point. So I'm just going to take my time so I can get this blended pretty good. And I'm not pressing hard or a lot of pressure. I'm just blending it right on in to the other color. And so I want a little of that red color kind of at the top. On top of this color. Another thing is we're not really dealing with a lot of wax bloom because they're made out of clay and not wax. You're not getting that waxy film. It's just really hard to get around the edges because of how big the crayon is. So now I'm going to just do this reddish color around the edges of the balloon. So hard to stay in the lines. That's the only issue that I'm having so far. So I'm going to put some of that down here. So another thing that I'm wondering is how this burnishes. Because I don't think I can get enough layers on here to actually burnish it nicely with just the color that I'm using. It does have a white inside of the box that I could try to burnish it with that. Or I could use my blending pencil and see how that works on this. Honestly, if they're made out of clay, I don't know if my blending pencil, which is wax, will work on this. And I'm just blending this right into the other color. And I'm not getting many layers. So it's really hard to get a lot of layers. Even if I press a little harder, I still don't get a lot of layers. And I'm going over it a number of times. But that's about as good as I think I can get it. So I'm going to actually add a little of that lighter orange to the middle of here. The top of here, put it that way. And like I said, you have to turn your pencil a lot with these because you lose your point. And you need a point to be able to stay in the lines. I know I put orange like right here in the middle. I kind of want to finish this out in the middle and just have that side red. So that way the whole middle is orange, but the sides are red. So I'm going to go ahead and put the red on this part. It's like a reddish orange. It looks reddish orange, but when I'm looking in the camera, it looks just like dark orange. But it's on paper, it looks reddish orange. And I'm going to add some over here to this side and just blend it into that orange. So it's hard to get to the edge without going over the edge. Good. So I think that's good. I'm going to add some red under here and mix that into this orange. And I'm just using light pressure kind of because I'm just trying to get an even coat. And I'm trying to make sure I blend it well into the other color. They are very vibrant, but the blending is different than you would do with a pencil, it feels like. I'm having a harder time blending than I normally do. So now I think I'm going to put some yellow in that. So I'm just going to get my yellow out. And I'm going to add some yellow here. And try to blend it into that orange. I can't really describe what they feel like, but they don't feel like pencil either almost. Because they're made of clay and your pencil, normal pencil, is made of wax or oil. The clay almost feels a little scratchy. And that's why I'm having a hard time. I feel like blending. So I'm going to maybe add some gold in here. So I'm going to take this goldish color. Actually, I'm going to take a darker brown color first. And I'm just going to put that on the edges. It's like almost a darkish orange color. And I'm going to try to let up on the pressure as I get out so I can blend it in. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other end. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this end. So this is like a dark orange color, like a brownish color, I'm guessing, like a brownish orange, but it doesn't look that brown. So I'm just trying to let up on the pressure some. Yeah, this is, to me, they're much more scratchier than pencils. That's the feeling I'm getting, like sand almost. It takes some getting used to. I think I would have to color with these for a while before I got used to how they actually feel and how they blend. And so now I'm going to put a little bit of that down here in these drops. And then I'm going to go to this goldish color. It's like a gold color. I'm going to add that to the middle of here. So I'm just going to try to blend it right on into there. And it blends well in there, but it still has that scratchy feel to me. And this color to me almost looks like the orange or the yellow. It's a different color than the yellow. It's gold. So when you're using these, you just have to remember that you need to really turn your pencil a lot. It's like Prismacolors. When I'm using Prismacolors, I have to turn my pencil a lot because they're so soft. These aren't soft. I wouldn't say they're soft. I wouldn't say they're hard either. They're in the middle. But the point doesn't hold very long. And so I'm going to put that color down here too. So I think those middle parts I'll save for like gel pen or something. And put some gel pen in it. Maybe gold. I think I have my gold here. So let me get my gold out. So yeah, I have my gold here, which is my gold pintail pen. I'm just going to go ahead and put that gold right in there. Sparkly gold. I never do anything without my gel pens or my white pen. I always have to decorate it up a little bit and put some embellishment on it. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of embellishment right where those lines are. So I'm going to take my white signal ball, my Uniball signal pen. And I'm just going to add some dots here where those dots are. This is like my favorite part of coloring. And I'm going to do the same thing down here. So I think I might just do one more balloon, maybe one or two, just to see, because just to get a feel for how they feel. So we'll go on to the next balloon. So the next balloon I'm going to do is this one, and I think it's going to be green and blue. I added these little scratch marks like on the balloons to make them look real, and you can do that with your white pens to kind of make it look like glass almost. Kind of makes it look like glass when it dries. So I think this balloon I'm going to make blue or green, blue and green. Let's try that. And so we have 3 different blues here. Let me show you guys how many blues we have here. So we have 3 different blues here. We have like a bluish green here, and then we have 1, 2, 3 blues. I guess this is a bluish purple, not sure. But I'm going to try to use green and blue and see what that looks like. So I'm going to take my dark green first, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of outline the edges of this design on this balloon. And I love that I have this point on this one because I need it for these edges. Just to, and I'm not putting hard pressure because I want the other color that I'm going to put to blend into this. So as I go along, I'm liking them more and more. I'm getting more used to them and more familiar with how they blend. They also say on their website that they're really good for backgrounds. So we would have to test them out on a background and see exactly how they work to do a background. And I think what I might do is finish this picture off camera, and I'll show you guys. I'll post this picture. And I'll do the whole picture with Bambino crayons. And maybe I'll add a little background with the Bambino crayons just to see how the background turns out. So that way you guys would get a full review of if they're really good in as a back for using as a background, because I know we like to use certain colors, we like to use certain things for our backgrounds, and I get tired of doing my pastel backgrounds. Sometimes I want a pencil background, but it takes so long to do a pencil background that I'm lazy, and I like for things to be easy. And I know you guys probably do too, like for things to be a little bit easier when I'm coloring. I don't like it to be difficult. I mean, sometimes I like the challenge. It depends on what the challenge is. But most of the time I like it to just be, easy to do. So I'm trying to make sure I don't touch this other balloon here, because I don't want to mess up that balloon, the white part on the balloon, the gel pen on the balloon. So I'm just going on the outside of this design with this color. Because this was the only way I could think to do this. So it's going to take me a minute to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video right here so I can go ahead and outline this part with the grid. So I've outlined the whole part, the design part, with this green, and except for this part right here. I think what I'm going to do is take the lighter green and put it in the middle of this part that's outlined. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take the lighter green, which is the next green. It doesn't look that much lighter, but I'm going to put it, it is a little lighter than that one. So I'm going to put it, and I haven't sharpened this one. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one like it is, because this space is bigger. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in the middle. And my camera's shaking. Try not to shake my camera. I need something to hold my camera down so that it doesn't shake when I color. That really annoys me that it does that. And that color is blending in beautifully with that. That's so pretty. So like I said, I'm not pressing hard. I'm just doing light pressure because I just want it to blend in. And I'm actually liking these now that I see how pretty they turn out when you use them. And I actually have confidence now to try to do a whole page with them. It's just the smaller parts on the elephant. I'm not sure if that would be easy to do with these. I might have to bring in some gel pens or, mix media. Maybe even do a little pencil in the elephant. Because if you look at the elephant has some really small details to it. But I'm not sure if these Bambino crayons would be able to get into those small areas. But I picked a good picture. These balloons is perfect for it. Or if you guys really like watching this and like wants to see these me finish this picture with these Bambino crayons, let me know in the comments that you want to see a part 2, and I will make a part 2 and finish it. If I don't get any comments saying, hey, I want to see another video, I want to see you finish the rest of this on video, I'm just going to finish it off video and post it when I'm done. But if I get enough, comments saying that you want to see me do this on camera, I will definitely do it. I have no problem. I just like doing things that you guys want to see, and I don't want to bore you with things. So if you're interested in this, so now I'm going to go to blue. I think green and blue would be great together, and I'm just going to kind of do what I did here. I'm going to outline the blue and then put the lighter blue inside. And so I'm just going to outline this part. And I probably should sharpen this. I think I'm going to sharpen this just so I can get an outline. And I'm just sharpening it and trying to get a point there. So that's a better point than what I had. And I'm just going to outline this. So if I can outline with these, you can definitely color small areas with these, I think. All you have to do is sharpen it down to size, and you should be able to do it. And I'm just going to outline the edge of this. And so I'm going to go ahead and speed the video up while I outline this whole thing, starting now. Finish outlining it, I'm going to go ahead and color in the middle of this with a lighter blue, and I've had the lighter blue out, and I'm just doing light pressure just to get that blended in. Yeah, you get used to the feeling once you do it a little while. You get used to that. It does lay over smoothly, even though it's just a little scratchy. It has a little scratchy feel to it. It still lays down kind of smoothly. You have to play with them to see what I'm talking about. And those two blues look almost alike. Maybe I should have did the other blue. Oh well. One is supposed to be actually lighter than the other. So maybe I'll go over that outline again, or maybe I'll just leave it like that. I don't like the fact that it's not transitioning a color. It doesn't look like the color is transitioning. It kind of looks like the same color, the same blue, but it's not the same color. So now that I've done that, I can go ahead and put some white gel pen on it. And I'm going to take my white gel pen and go over these dots here. These dots are so little. You gotta have a steady hand. Or you can just put the dots wherever you want instead of putting them exactly where they are. And I'm going to make those scratchy looking things so the balloon will look like it's partially glass. And that's kind of how you do that. And so I'm just going to put it over here. I'm just going to draw a line, basically right here. And I'm going to put two dots at the above it. And I'm going to draw over it and make it darker. And once it dries, it'll look more like a scratch on a glass. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Trying to make sure that's dark enough that you can see it. Sometimes it takes a couple of coats. Okay. So I got two balloons done, and I think that we have been on for more than 45 minutes. So I will wrap it up, and we'll go over what I think about the Bambino crayons. So this is how the whole picture looks. And like I said, if you want me to finish the picture on camera, I can do that. But if not, I'll just go ahead and finish it on my own time and post it on social media whenever I get done with it. But this is how it's looking so far. It's turned out okay. And actually, I actually enjoy using these more than I thought I would. They're different. They're definitely different than pencils. But if you're looking for a change, I would definitely suggest them. I haven't tried them on background yet, and like I said, I'm going to try to do a background on here with them just to see how it turns out and to see what that looks like. So you guys let me know what you think about them in the comments. Would you try them, or not your cup of tea. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit your notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload videos like this one. Have a colorful day. Bye.